The following is a presentation of the Eagles Sports Network.
Alongside Carson-Newman head women's basketball coach Mike Mincey, I'm Adam Cavalier here on the Eagles Sports Network. Mike, you knew what you were getting in this one against one of the better teams in the region, and when it came down to winning time, your team delivered. Break down that fourth quarter, especially a 7-0 run late that really put the game on ice for your team.
I thought we had opportunities throughout the game. You know, we had a 5-point lead, and I got to go back to that. We had a 5-point lead, and we got a couple of stops, but we had a turnover, and a turnover that led right into points, and that got them right back into it. But I thought we were getting ready to go on one of our patented runs at that point in time. Granted, later in the fourth quarter, like I said, we did go on a run there and got some huge plays out of different people. But, you know, that's championship basketball. I think when you've won like 54 games over the last 3 years, 2 years, and then 2 games this year, you know, I've got a lot of confidence in these kids that they're going to know how to make the plays down the stretch to get it done. And we were having a struggle with Lander because they were shooting the ball so well for most of the game. Now, their percentage went down in the second half because we changed some things up. But, you know, credit goes to them. I mean, they're a good basketball team. They're good basketball players, and we knew what it was going to be like. But very proud of our team for how they pulled that W out.
Yeah, Quadesia Hamilton, she was 0 for 3 yesterday against Lenore Ryan and makes her first 5 threes, finishes 6 of 8 from 3. What did you do defensively to clamp down on a Bearcat team that made 8 of their first 14 shots from beyond the arc?
Well, you know, we're staying the press in the first half, and it's a track meet back and forth. Neither team's – I mean, they're pressing too, so there's a lot of open shots, and it's really hard to guard each other, and so you get a high-scoring game that way. But we came out in the second half. Obviously, we need to get out of the press. Not that we were getting tired, but I just felt like we need to clamp down a little bit more. We got in the half-court man, try to make things a little bit more tougher for them and make them earn points instead of being able to use their speed to get easy stuff. And we didn't always do a great job. You know, we gave up gaps and didn't have good gap coverage, but for the most part we did, and we certainly rebounded the ball pretty good there in the second half.
You look at it, especially late. Addison Bird started 0 of 5 from the field, but she was the spark in the second half.
Yep.
Made 6 straight shots. She finishes with 13 points. What about the job of your sophomore to weather that early storm and then deliver? Well,
she weathered a storm yesterday as well. Just come up with a lot of – I mean, she was in here way earlier than anybody else shooting. Well, I think Micah was with her actually shooting this morning. If she continues to work like that, she deserves for the good things to happen and for the ball to go in. I know she can shoot it. I just think she's rushing. I think she just wants to play so hard, and she's been waiting for this moment to play that she just got a little bit of adrenaline going. You know, like she made the pass there. She almost had Kayla under the basket, just a little bit too quick, just needs to settle down. And that's why, you know, I kind of took her out there after she made the inbounds pass there that is a made basket. You can run a baseline. She's going to be she's going to be a really good player. Already is. But I was really proud to see her finally get the ball in the basket. And like I said, going 6 straight baskets, that kind of shows you the caliber of player she is, doing it against this kind of opponent.
Kayla Marisites doing Kayla Marisites type things. Had 33 and 10 in the regional semifinals. She has 20 points in the first half, finishes with 25 and 13, not to mention 5 assists. It's just more of the same out of her.
Well, you know, it's hard to get kids like her. Her motor goes 100% of the time. I mean, she never stops. I mean, if you go and you watch game film, you see she's always sticking her nose in there near the rim to try to get defensive and offensive rebounds. And then, you know, she's a great scoring guard as well. And tonight she tried to take it a little bit more on herself to get things done because, you know, we were struggling from other folks. And I just told them in the locker room last night it was Micah and Harris that led the way. Tonight it's Kayla and Bree as the 2 leading scorers, even though Micah got 17. But Bree had a big game. Obviously, Kayla stepped up there and had a big game, and that's what we need out of our all-conference players.
All right, you get these first 2 out of the way, and this one's certainly a high-level in-region win. Doesn't get any easier next week in Georgia College, North Georgia, on the road at North Georgia's Convocation Center. What needs to improve from this opening weekend, especially what knowledge did you gain from facing such high-level competition?
Well, I mean, obviously we know we're already pretty good. I mean, that's not a secret. You know, and we very easily could have given up this game, but I'm glad that we're on the winning end and we're 2-0 again going into that tournament down there. And if you want to be a championship caliber team, you got to play good competition. You know, you can't stray away from it. You got to go to it. And I think that's what we've done. And I think the kids appreciate it. They like playing in games that are very competitive like this because it's just a good feeling at the end of the game that you're able to pull that kind of stuff out. So I think we need to get off to better starts. I don't know. We've gotten off to a little bit of a slow start here of late. Well, the last 2 games. And So we'll be looking to do that, and then just clean some things up in the press, and certainly in our half-court man. I mean, we gave up quite a bit of points tonight, but we can score as well. So, sometimes when you give them up and you can get them back, on the offensive end, it's not as bad. But we'll clean some stuff up, get some recovery going, because we don't play again until Friday when we face Georgia College.
Mike, pleasure as always. Congrats on the 2-0 start.
Thank you, Adam.
That is Carson-Newman head women's basketball coach Mike Mincey.